Mixing up the middle. A gain of 3, second down.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. And now they will throw it with Burrow. And that's going to be caught. T. Higgins. Touchdown. T. Higgins, 55 yards. And the Bengals have moved out in front. Seeing some pretty good offense here in this first quarter.
It's been a wild start to this quarter, as you noted. And now with that lead that we're seeing, can they retaliate? I get the sense this one's going to go back and forth all game long.
And that probably won't be the last long touchdown that we see in this one. And McPherson on for the extra point. It's up and good, and it's 14-7 now here in the first quarter. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. Here's McPherson now to send it away. Hill going to sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. That last drive, it was a good mix. Run, pass, defense on their toes.
And what really helps out in a big way is when you're doing the run-pass mix and everything's working, that means that they're guessing wrong every time on defense. They think you're going to pass when you run and vice versa. I would continue that, and when they finally draw a beat on you, maybe you mix it up a little bit, a little play act.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And the Bengals are going to take possession of the football.
Partner, when you're playing cover 2, this is like a tag team for the safeties. Each of them gets a half-field responsibility. Their job, stay as deep as the deepest receiver in any zone, read the football, and go make a play. In this case, the free safety made the best play, an interception.
Here we go. Throwing now, Burrow on first down. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. Patrick Queen got in there to stick him. He gets the sack. A CD, so often we talk about quarterbacks holding on to the ball too long. Well, we can't say that there. He had no time to do much of anything.
Yeah, that's one where you turn to your lineman and say, guys, can I get a little help here? And you have to ask politely because, remember, they're blocking for you the entire game. But as a quarterback, you've also got to have the clock running in your head when you need to get rid of the football. But this time, he had no chance. They were on him instantly.
And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. As we check the next-gen stats, you'll see he had precious little time to do anything with the football there. And defensively, Baltimore's in a dime look here on third. Now it's Burrow. And he'll spot Higgins open left side. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line.
There's another example where defensive coaches constantly preach, not allowing any run after the catch. They give up a few more yards than they wanted to, but they were able to get him down quickly and force a fourth down.
Now Burrow loses the football. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. And hindsight 2020, I think they probably should have gone for the field goal, right?
The 3 points would look really good right now, but I think what we just saw there, analytics really starting to creep into the game because more and more teams are saying the more you go for it, the better your odds of getting it, the better your odds of scoring 6 points instead of 3. They took a chance there. It just didn't pay off.
Yeah, right here, the anti-analytics guys go thumbs up, and he'll go out of bounds, it looks like, right at the 40.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
Ball at the 40 here for 2nd and 5. They go play action now. Jackson. And this is going to be hauled in by the tight end Andrews. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. From their own 40 to the other 40. The gain of 20 leads to 1st and 10. Jackson. And that one off the mark behind him. Incomplete. Again, Jackson. He's got his man. It's Andrews. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 23. Jackson on the give to Dobbins. And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, 2nd down. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Play action. It's Jackson. His throw incomplete.
He didn't just deny a big throw there. He broke that one up in the red zone. An excellent play, one that may help save points on the board when this drive is over.
7th play of the drive forthcoming on 3rd and 8. Throwing is Jackson. And he's got his tight end. That's Andrews. And in for the Ravens touchdown. Lamar Jackson hooking up with Mark Andrews. And the Ravens are an extra point away from drawing level.
And what a weapon he is at the tight end spot because when they throw him the football downfield, they count on him getting additional yardage almost every time. And that's exactly what he did there. Caught that, ran with it, all the way to the end zone.
Now Tucker to add the PAT. And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. The Bengals drive about to get going. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity. Good, strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
First down. Here's Burrow. And that is incomplete.
Well, one thing we certainly know, He likes to take those risks deep downfield during games, coverage or not. The coverage was there on that one. No catch, but he's also fortunate. No turnover either.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, it's Burrow. Over the middle, that's caught by Chase. The Bengals going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
He's turning in a nice performance. Remember, he had the touchdown earlier, and this time he's able to beat double coverage to grab it.
I think that if he weren't worried about a taunting penalty, he'd run by the opposing team's bench and say, guys, 2's not going to be enough. You better get some more guys trying to cover me. He knows how to get open downfield.
Charles, to move the chains that time, they had to complete it into double coverage, and they got it done.
And it's never easy overcoming multiple defenders, but he sure made it look simple. Found the right spot to exploit and won his 1-on-2 matchup.
That'll go for a gain of 7, and it'll be 2nd down. Again, it's Burrow. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete.
That's not the first time they've gone his way on this drive, and they were obviously keyed into him because they were there to help break that pass up.
Seventh play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. They're passing here, Joe Burrow. And that will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds.
When you run in the slant, timing is everything. And against that man coverage, there was no space available and incompletion as a result.
Fourth down. Here's Joe Burrow. Touchdown, Bengals. Hayden Hurst in the final seconds of the first half.
And the Bengals have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half. McPherson now for the extra point.
It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-14.
Makes the score Bengals 21, Ravens 14. Kevin McPherson to kick off for Cincinnati.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away.
And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
And with 10 seconds left, not really enough time to put something together.
On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. And that is intercepted on the sideline. Wait, no. They'll say no. It was caught out of bounds. So this is just an incompletion here. And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the second quarter. Final play of the half here. It's Jackson. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. A final shot before break. Jackson, and he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Bengals set to receive. They have the lead and the football to begin quarter number 3. Well, certainly not what they wanted out of the locker room here, as they'll start defensively at the 40-yard line. A very good starting field position for the Bengals here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. Inside handoff to Mixon. Justin Matabike there to bring him down.
Oh, there's plenty of traffic waiting for him up the middle. But give him credit, he tried barreling through anyway. They're fortunate to get a yard out of that one.
On 2nd and 9, Burrow. Open man is Chase, complete. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. It's a first down, his 4th catch of the game after having 3 in the first half. From the gun, a give to Mixon. To the 36-yard line, stop there.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
From the 36, Burrow. A throw for Boyd, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Roquan Smith.
He's at the 40, the 20. And he will bring this back. It's a pick-6 and a Raven touchdown. Tucker now for the extra point. He's got it, and we're all tied at 21. So all square here in this 3rd quarter as the kick's away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Bengals drive about to get going. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick-6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick-6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Again, it's Mixon. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
Back-to-back runs, I'd say that encompassed maximum effort for minimal gain.
Minimal yardage, and now they're going to need something more than minimal on this play coming up. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. On 3rd down, Burrow. Got a man, it's Chase, he completes it. And he is going to have a Bengals first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Mixon will try the right side. And across midfield he goes into Raven territory. In on the stop, the former Georgia Bulldog, Roquan Smith. From the 47, it's 2nd and 5. Burrow going to give this to Mixon. And a strong run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 35. 54 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Here's Burrow. Got a man open. It's Chase. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
Here's a give to Mixon. And here he'll get it down to the 7. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll bring up a second and just about a few inches here.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
A quick throw knocked away and incomplete. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play as we played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. The Bengals on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. They're looking at 3rd and a few inches. Burrow will throw. That's to Chase. He's got it. Touchdown, Cincinnati. Jamar Chase, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Bengals have broken our tie and have taken a 4th quarter lead. Well, it was 3rd and 1. I was expecting run, so much for that. They pass it, they score it.
That had the feel of the head coach telling the offensive coordinator, you've got 4 downs here. We're going to go for it on 4th down unless there's a disaster on 3rd. Go ahead and take a shot if you want to. And he gratefully accepted the opportunity and did exactly that. If they didn't get it there, that had the feel that they would come back and try it on 4th down.
McPherson on for the point after. And it's good. That makes it a 28-21 game.
Makes the score Bengals 28, Ravens 21.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And now, after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this 4th quarter. Plenty of time on the clock. There's Sam Hubbard that time in there to bring him to the ground.
That sack doesn't change their offensive game plan. They always want to air it out and try and get the ball downfield quickly. They're going to have to block a little bit better, though, because the urgency and pressure just increase. Twice the distance now just to get a first down and 1 less down to try and get it.
And now here's a deep shot that's complete. And the tackle going to be made at the 38.
When teams practice their plays during the week, they're hoping that it's going to pay off on game day. So it sure has to feel good for them when they hit them during a game. And they hit that one there for big yardage.
First and 10 at the 38-yard line.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10.
They'll run up the gut with Dobbins.
And he'll be brought down just outside of the 30.
45 yards rushing for him now to this point.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3.
They'll go again with Dobbins. And he works his way free all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone.
It's a pickup of 11 and a Baltimore 1st down.
A shotgun snap and a give to Dobbins.
And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
Dobbins will score. Touchdown, Baltimore. We are set up for a fantastic finish now. A 4th-quarter touchdown here. We're an extra point away from a tie football game.
And I know they're thinking about possibly going for 2, but I'd go ahead and kick this one and just get it back to level.
Now a big play here as the Ravens are going to go for the 2-point conversion. Jackson here is going to look to throw. And it's intercepted at the goal line.
Well, that decision to me was all about pulling up the chart. You know, that beautiful chart that tells you when to go for 2, when to go for 1. I do love it. It helps you with your decision-making during heated times. And just look at it right here in this point of the game. Go for 2. Try and make it a field goal difference.
But now just up 1 makes the rest of this 4th quarter a little more interesting.
Yeah, they followed the chart. They just didn't get the 2 points on the board, did they?
Nope. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. They try to eat some clock with Mixon. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
Back to Mixon on 2nd down.
Oh, he's got a little daylight. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down. A handoff to Mixon. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. Now a 2nd timeout called for by the defense as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Have to imagine this will be on the ground as well as they come up 2nd and 7. Once again, they run with Mixon. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play backwards a yard.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the 1st down.
Here we go with Burrow.
Open man, it's complete to Higgins.
And he's going to be taken down with the 1st down.
What I never do. How you supposed to walk with me? I'm 80 steps ahead of you. My mind is on Socrates. All my balls on Rubik's Cube. Every time I do it, I just have to do it beautiful. I can't let this moment pass. Yeah, I know my time is now. Know my mama proud of me, and my grandma smiling down. Every time I turn it up, whole crowd be wildin' out. Matter of fact, let me see your hands. Look, I saw my shot and I took